Hi, I'm Dr. Singhania from Singhania Clinic, and I'm going to talk about diagnosing Asperger syndrome. Because the signs of Asperger syndrome are often subtle, it requires a high degree of suspicion in the professional and family to make this diagnosis. Many of the Asperger symptoms are difficult to pick up. They may be noticed only when the child enters school and has to make more intensive social interaction with his peers, or they may be noticed only in certain social situations. Asperger's symptoms are often masked by the person's normal intelligence, and in fact, the very high functioning, intelligent girls can mimic many of the social skills and are not picked up. The other thing is, of course, the desire to make friends. This surprises people and they feel that this cannot be on the autism spectrum. So, based on NICE guidelines by the UK, the diagnostic assessment requires intensive information gathering, observation, and assessment. It's important to make a detailed note of the parents' concerns. A detailed birth history, developmental history is needed. The child's medical history, of course, a physical examination, assessment and observation. Now, the observation, the gold standard is the ADOS, which is the Autism Observation Diagnostic Observation Scale, and it is one of the most important aspects, but is still not the only one to make a diagnosis. The differential diagnosis must be looked at, like social anxiety, language difficulties, and a systematic assessment needs to be done to rule out coexisting or comorbid conditions. For example, they may have mental health disorders like anxiety, they may have mood problems like bipolar, they may have associated OCD, they may have ADHD. In fact, almost 35 to 40% of children on the Asperger may have ADHD. You have to look for other neurodevelopmental disorders. You have to look for medical or genetic problems like Tourette's, like Fragile X or tuberous sclerosis. There is some percent of children with Down syndrome who may have autism. Also, the functional problems have to be looked at, which means the child's or the young teen's bowel habits, sleep, feeding, etc. And when the diagnosis is complete, profile has to be developed, looking at the child's strengths, the skills, the impairments or the skill deficits, and a detailed requirement of the child to make a very personalized plan, taking into account family and educational context. If you're seeking help, please visit our website www.singhaniaclinic.com or call us on the number shown below. Thank you for watching.